friends and fans and Bob's Retro Electronic Workshop. Yes, that's quite a mouthful, isn't it? What we're doing, it's the second day here. I took a break. Letting things kind of settle down now. Let me see. Maybe better with my optivisor here. I'm just tracking down all the different values that I have in here. Now the next one I need to change. I switched this around. So yesterday I started up here through the two channels, working my way down, and I got all the way down to here on the, I think that's the left channel. There's an R and an L on the board here somewhere. Anyway, doesn't matter. They're both identical, almost. So I'm starting down this side, and this guy is a 47 at 10. So we're going to put our finger right there, and he's all by himself, so that's easy to find. You see those two right there? Man, this is weird. Am I getting you? Now, where was I? Right here. Can you see that? No, you can't. So I'm going in right here on that guy, and I need to put my glasses back on here though. Ooh, I got a capacitor on the floor here. What do we got here? Looks like a 10 microfarad 50 volt. I don't know. I'm going to set that over here. Alright. I didn't clean this desoldering beast out yet, but I let it sit long enough that let that get nice and silvery. Boom. Perfect. That gun works good. I mean, I see people make fun of these and gripe about them. But he's completely loose. That sucked every drop right out, just like it should. Now again, that's a 47 at 10. And I just happen to have one here. The last 47 at 10, I hope, because I only bought 4 of them. .47 at 10. Now we're going to go right up here, and we're going to find, they say the offset's already bent in the wires, as I said before, so it doesn't strain them. And we're just going to give them a 45-degree bend to the side, and get the old reliable soldering iron out here. Solder that nicely. Back to the holder. I know this is a tedious and whatever. I mean, I'm just changing a lot of these parts just because it's nice to decide if they were good or bad. This way. Do, 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 do. Hey, Rocky. Pull a rabbit out of my butt. Trim the leads. We're working towards this edge that's facing me, guys, so as you can see, we ain't got too much left to go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. 6, 7, 8. Alrighty then. Well, on the other side, straight parallel over from the one I just changed. There's another one. I'm guessing it's going to be the same thing. Alright guys, so every cap on this board has been replaced. And all the audio caps were used. There's one 470 left. That might go on the power supply. I got a lot of 10 microfarads here, but that's all right. That's a good size. I think I just ordered a shitload of the .47s too, so everything's used up. I think I ordered some extra 1 microfarads too, so I got a few of those left. I don't see anything else on here. There are no more capacitors, capacitors. I've cleaned. I'm looking at any wires to see if anything has come loose. And I don't see anything. The switches are just switchboards things, so I can't do anything with those from the bottom. Alright, well. The gangster. I'm putting the circuit board back in. Okay, this had a shield on it. What did I do with the shield? I tossed it over here somewhere. Built this city. All right, well, let me find that shield and then we'll go farther ahead here. Dope. Did it slide down here? No, it did not. What the hell happened to that thing? God, I hate me. Found the dumb thing. It was laying right here in front of my face. It's got a little buckle to it, so we're going to flatten it out. I think it's just there to shield the inputs to the preamp. And you just pull it over like that there. Hopefully the screw hole lines up with something somewhere. There it goes. It's getting the ground, I guess, through the board here. Just a shield. That's a shield for noise. I don't know how much it's going to do, but it is what it is. We'll put it back where it was. All right. Now, fader cleaner. I already did this once. I can see that I'm going to use the deoxit 5 on this. I can see the switch moving right here, so I'm assuming I'm going to open them all up. All right. gonna push that right up against. And do all the sliders. All the switches. That's all the switches. We'll just take the deoxit and put it into the headphone and earphone sockets. And how about the jacks? Might as well do the jacks. Up a little bit. It evaporates quite quickly. Should I clean the power switch? Can I even see anything? There's a cap on the power switch, but I'm not going to mess with it. And there's a little weird thingy. I don't know what it is. You know, I was talking about repainting the VU meter needles, and I can do that. It's a little scary. But this thing should be totally done now. You know, I should be able to tell by the VU meters if this thing is doing that weird fluttery flutter thing. I'm going to let this dry out just a little bit longer. I'm going to clean that cap stand again because, oops, I'm going to turn all these irons off. I don't need these irons on anymore. All right. Let's fix the VU meters while we're letting this dry out. I actually have red paint, and I see the needles are getting kind of flaky like. Alright, I'm going to start a new chapter here. Okay. VU meter. We're going to try to clean off the schmutz on the needle first, because this one's all flaky like. Tighten up the cotton on your cotton swab. It down a little bit, and I don't like that. I'm gonna have to pull it up just a little bit. I'm gonna put something behind it when I paint it. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just going to slide plastic right underneath it, just like that. Okay. I have brilliant red paint here. Oh yeah. That. It's almost like a professional or something. Alright, we're going to let that one dry for a little bit while we work on the other one. You got to be careful not to bump it. This guy. Jeepers creepers. That Scotch tape sticks better than you think it would. And then it rips. Now this isn't the brightest red you've ever seen. That's too heavy. Get that out of there. Let me cut this up. Schmutz. Let's put this guy behind. Oh, he went inside. Of course he did. There we go. Terrible. But I'm going to have to deal with it. Terrible good. Okay, so I bend it a little bit. We'll bend it back out. Oh, it's too much. There. All right. Okay, now I've effed it up because I bent that where it shouldn't be bent to. So now I've got to try to hold it. All right, I think I got it back to where it should be. Ugly-ish. Ugly-ishness. I'm gonna put this plastic down in here. And get my red paint on here. Built this city on rotten hole. I recommend this technique? Probably not. Alright, I'm going to let that sit just a couple minutes and hopefully that will dry up quickly. I don't want to risk bumping them, so I'm going to let that sit a little bit. Go take a little break, and then I'll come back and we'll put it back together. And then we'll run a test drive on this thing. What do you think? I can test drive it here, because if it oscillates, these things usually hammer like windshield wipers. Remember? 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 They look a little better, anyway. I still think that one needs a little unsticking. Seems free. Are we having fun yet? All right. You guys can go off. All right, we've given this a few minutes. And I think I'll tape this one up first. Oh man, they look good. They look really good. I didn't only cut the tape on one side. I only need about 1.5 inches of tape. VU means volume units. Alright, well I can't take it any longer. I'm going to plug this baby in. Nothing rubs on the bottom. There's nothing to short it out. Okay, okay. I suppose we could do a silly scope output to this. All right, the LED meter or the VU meters jumped. Here's that bad Kenny Rogers tape that was jumping all over the place. I think play is the middle button. And let's see, output is right here. I gotta look at the top of the source. This doesn't matter. It's jumping around, something's jumping around. It's not oscillating. Now it's pounded. Now it's going up. Seem to have a lot more signal on the left channel, on the right channel than the left. Oh, that's the record button. Okay. Yeah, she's playing at full volume here. You can see the VU meters dancing, I think. You know, it's Kenny Rogers, so it's going to have some quiet movements. Both channels seem to be working though. Okay, normal bias. Got to put it on normal. Yeah, there we go. Now it's driving the VU meters right to the end, but see, it's not oscillating. So I can back it down and it stays in the normal range. It's hard to tell without hearing the music, but I think we're good, guys. Okay. I want to use mic input though. Dolby noise reduction in. Of course, you turn that off and the Dolby light goes out, so there we go. I don't see no smoke. See, when it oscillated, it went right, drove the needles right to the end. But this must be a louder song. And they're bouncing normally. All right, well, that's a good demo for right now. We will unplug it and let the caps discharge, and I'll put it together in a little while. All right, all right. All right, now we're ready to put the cover back on. I have the little flat black discs and stuff on the covers and on the switches to blank those out. And we just watch the switches as we set that down on there. And I did that so that it captured all my stuff. So now I'm going to rotate it 180 and flip it over while I hold it together so everything gets captured. And I need to get my other glasses now. Yeah, one of my newer projects might be, I've got a couple of these 5-pin TO220 audio amplifiers, LM675s. They'll put out 20 to 25 watts of power. And that would be good. I need something for my test bench here, so I've got a couple of 8-inch speakers I can hook up and maybe even just put them up in the ceiling pointing down so they're out of the way, and build a little amplifier that I've got a 2-pole power supply here, plus and minus 12. I won't be running it at full power or nothing like that. All right, she's back together again. I've got to flip her over and put the knobbies on it. Oh, she's pretty. Not a bad looking machine. Now, there is a left and a right to these knobs, because if you notice, some of them the white stripe goes this way and some of them the white stripe goes the other way. And somebody had them on wrong when I got the machine. They went backwards, but so for right now we'll keep the record low. These on normal, mic input, Dolby is out. And that's it, baby. Everything is done. Hopefully, I'm not too worried about those other capacitors that are in the power supply. Power supply is working. If they come in, I'll pull it apart and change them. But they're not supposed to be in for a couple of months. So, drinking my coffee here too, dudes. The proof is in the playing. Oh man, those new the needles look better. So much better repainted. I'm proud of that. I repainted the needles on my my Mustang dashboard too. If you look at Bob's Barn Workshop from a couple years ago, I replaced the LEDs in the dash, and I put LEDs instead of incandescent lights in the dash, I should say. Anywho, so we'll go up and test this. Alrighty.